So what's good, y'all? So this gonna be a reactionary review type video of this Kobe Shaq Make a Basket series. The Secret Base has been putting out as of late, and I've been enjoying it. Now the reason why I didn't react to part one is because everybody like knew what was going on. Before they actually broke out and won championship. And I just wanted to actually react to the part, the meat and potatoes of why this Kobe Shaq thing became a whole blow up. And the things that was talked about in part two was one, Kobe and Shaq all season. Two, how the season started to play out when Kobe started to take more shots and Shaq was moping about it. Three, both of them going to the media about their differences. They really didn't talk to each other in the locker room like that to, talk out their differences. And four, Kobe personal life, which I probably won't get into because we all know why, he looked sad and relieved in that picture when he won his second championship. We all know that picture everybody trying to create nowadays. It don't look out too good, but yeah, that picture very iconic. And it has some deep reason for why he looked like that. So yeah, if y'all want to wonder why he looked like that, go ahead and watch the video. I'll link it down in the description. So yeah, the things I'll be trying to go over is Kobe Shaq, differences on the court, their media back and forth, their off seasons. And so let's go ahead and start the off season. Now Kobe Bryant, he had a lot of planned stuff this off season. He wanted to get married this off season. He also wanted to go to Italy and watch a couple games. He also turned down an opportunity for something going on for the Olympics. But he turned all of that down and he decided to work endlessly on his game because Kobe Bryant ultimately wanted to become like the next Michael Jordan. Like, it is what it is. Like, Michael Jordan was the big dog. He was the GOAT. Everybody wanted to, try to become better than him. So Kobe worked endlessly, 2,000 shots a day. I don't know how, I don't know, how these athletes be doing the dog. Like, 2,000 is, abnormally, just crazy to think about. But when folks say they get up 1,000 shots, I'm like, yo, I feel like I get up, me personally, I get up, at least, probably, maybe 200 shots, and that's maybe 200 shots. Folks be getting up at, a normal, NBA player, high school player, college, maybe even middle school nowadays, they be getting up 1,000 easy. I'm like, dang. I definitely didn't work hard when I was trying to make the basketball team at one point, but neither here nor there. Back to Kobe Bryant. So Kobe Bryant, he put up 2,000 shots a day. Now he said shots, not free throw. Well, I think he said free throw, but I don't think he said layups, no floaters, no runners, none of that. Jump shots from 15, 18, 20 feet out, basically the mid-range area. And Shaq during this time, he was just not in the best condition possible to in basketball shape. He just wasn't basketball shape because he was just eating, enjoying his vacation. He even signed the extension with the Lakers. It was a fun time for him to relax because he actually won the championship. He was finally relieved of that pressure, just winning just the one championship. And Shaq, he basically like the normal human being. Anybody can understand both sides of the spectrum. But I'm going to lean towards Kobe Bryant here because, for one, yes, Kobe Bryant, he did work way too hard, probably, as you can say. But he was working on his game. Not only that, not working just on court, even off the court. When he tried to keep his conditioning up, he was doing anything he could to keep his body in game shape. I mean, not game, well, game basketball shape to lead this team, in his opinion, to win more championships. Now, in the one-on-one interview they did, Kobe Bryant he said he wasn't pleased for Shaq work ethic because he felt like Shaq could being in the lab, working on free throws or something, working on floor, maybe even work on like expanding his post game even more. Anything could happen, but Shaq just felt like, why would I go into a camp and nothing I do is dunk? So this is very like different on that side. So we got the off seasons out the way. Now let's go into the on court play. So this 2000-2001 Lakers team, yeah, this team like went through a lot. Derek Fisher, he was still recovering from foot surgery, so he wasn't in the lineup, and everybody else, but even Shaq included, was not in game shape. Kobe Bryant, that in this video that was stated that Kobe Bryant was basically the only one that was in game peak shape, and he was ready to like lead the charge and help them try to get out the gates. Now this Lakers team, they ended up being like a mediocre defensive team, which is crazy thing, man, because usually defense, the old mantra, defense wins championships, but that defense during the regular season, the 2000-2001 Lakers team, they was not locked in on defense. Shaq wasn't locked in on defense, but here's why though. So Kobe Bryant, like I said, he worked on his game to be better than Michael Jordan. He was ready to lead and take the torch away from Shaq, but Shaq wasn't ready to give up the torch just like that. So Kobe Bryant, he had games where he took up 30 shots a game. He even got to 35 shots in one game. But the 35 shots game, I think it was against the Warriors. Hopefully I don't, get that mixed up. But you can look at the video. Like I said, it's going to be linked in the description. But, yeah, 35 shots against the Warriors. He tried to match Antoine Jameson production against the Warriors. And he did, but they ended up losing. And Shaq only got like 18 shot attempts. And then Secret Base also leaked the article. Not leaked, but linked an article that said that Kobe Bryant ran pick and roll 5 times with Shaq, and he refused to hit him on the roll. And then the video, as you probably gonna watch after this, Shaq, he was not saying hard screens after he felt like he wasn't getting the ball. So Kobe just still went on by his day and took the shot anyway. And yeah, and then that just led to more back and forth in the media. In the video, Shaq had his guys that he talked to one-on-one. Kobe had his guys he talked to one-on-one. And then it just led to a huge blow up after Kobe Bryant said, why should he trust anybody? Because the only person he would trust is himself. And that just led to a whole whole other thing in the locker room. And then yeah, they wasn't connected as one no more. Obviously, Kobe Bryant wanted to take the choice, be the best player on a championship team. Shaq wasn't ready to give that up. Shaq said, this offense runs through me. I'm not Luke Longley. I'm not Dikembe Mutombo. I am a post presence, and I want the ball. And now this is where I have to agree on Shaq, because Kobe Bryant, he knew what worked during this time. And yes, I understand Shaq wasn't like in the best shape to start the season, but as Shaq was, started playing, he started to get back in shape. And the offense runs through him. Like, you can't say, like, you can't trust anybody but yourself. Now, I had to disagree with that. Shaq was the big dog still. He still was, like, dominating folks in the post. Yes, he was not the best free throw shooter, but he wasn't the best free throw shooter in his MVP and Finals MVP season the season prior. So, yeah, that's not an excuse to, like, just go away from Shaq. But the back and forth in the media, I have to disagree with both of them. Like, you cannot do that to one another. But in the 2000s, they wasn't the only ones to get away with like stuff like this back in the day. Scottie Pippen, he won his little tour just trashing everybody in the media. He even trashed Charles Barkley. So that tell you all you need to know about how the media was run from in the 90s and the 2000s. Stuff like that today would not fly. And if you would say anything bad or anything like on the level of what Shaq Kobe did, you would be in training room with so bad, and bro, you would probably be out the door the next day. Like, let's keep it 100. So yeah, it was a point in this 2000-2001 season where Kobe Bryant, he was dealing with a bunch of injuries, but this one ankle injury just like messed up everything. He had to sit down, and this was when Derek Fisher came back into the lineup. And then as Kobe Bryant was sitting back, you know, he was going through his troubles in his personal life. Like I said, I won't get into. He saw Derek Fisher run the offense. He saw Shaq eating. And then as Shaq was getting more touches on the offensive end, we started to see Shaq pick up his end of the bargain on defense. And then as Kobe was seeing that, you know, Kobe was seeing his coach taking shots at him. He saw Shaq was taking shots at him at one point. And he seen the team gelling more with Derek Fisher coming back and feeding Shaq. Then that's when Kobe Bryant made his return back to London. That's when Kobe Bryant became more team friendly, team oriented. He wasn't like distancing himself from the team. He actually was a part of the team more, as this video states. And this was the best thing that could have happened, because in the playoffs, they cruised in the playoffs. That one loss they got against the Sixers was like crazy carried by AI. That loss really shouldn't have happened. But the way they cruised through that Spurs team was like very like ridiculous. Like that was like, bro, I can't even put into words how ridiculous that was. They just dominate. Like the Spurs was like what, one of the greatest defensive teams of our generation, and then Kobe Bryant was just getting to the paint at will. I think he had a couple doubles this series. He was just attacking with floaters. He even came in there and dunked a couple times. Like, he was not afraid to test their twin towers. And basically, their perimeter defense did not have an answer for Kobe Bryant whatsoever. Then Shaq, he did his thing. And then Shaq in the finals, he did his thing on that in the finals. And then Kobe Bryant, like his stats took a dip, because the Sixers perimeter defense was not just like sitting there and watching Kobe Bryant go off like the Spurs defense did. So yeah, it was just an easy series by Shaq, even though the Sixers had the DPOY and the Dikembe Mutombo, but the Dikembe Mutombo just clearly outclassed. So we go into the next season, and this is what I want to talk about right here, because it was like Shaq was on the Let's Go podcast with Tom Brady, right? And he was talking about his weights throughout the years. Like, he said he was 285. He was like he got to 300. Then he got to like 325 in LA. Then at one point he got up to 345. Then 380, I believe. Then the season what I'm about to talk about right now, he got up to 415 pounds. That's his words, not mine. He said he got to 415 pounds. And that's why Kobe Bryant was just so mad at him, because this is like 450. I talked about this on other social medias, but 415 pounds is like it's just crazy to think about. And the fact that he's like moving up and down the court at will, I know he probably lost the weight throughout the season, because as athletes, you generally like lose weight as you start coming back to your sport. So yeah, 415 pounds, that's wild. But they still ended up winning the championship. They beat they cruised through the Western Conference. Well, I can't say they cruised, because they had a speed bump with the Sacramento Kings. I think they got taken to 7 this time around. But yeah, as they went to the finals against the Nets, they swept the Nets. Nobody had answer for Shaq, because they big men were like what, Jason Collins and like, I can't even think of the other big men, because they big men like that was, and they had Kenyon Martin, but what was Kenyon Martin gonna do with Shaq? Like, nothing. So yeah, all that being said, then at the end of the season, with playing on all that weight, Shaq had messed up his toe and he had to get toe surgery. Now this is where like things started to get off track, and Secret Base didn't get into it as much, but I will. This toe surgery really like messed up the next season, and the 03-04 season, because not the 03-04, the 02-03 season, not 03-04. I'm not even there yet. But I don't think we're gonna talk about this until Secret Base talk about it in his in their next video. But yeah, the 02-03 season that messed up a lot because Shaq he definitely had to get in condition for this, because if Shaq wasn't gonna take his rehab seriously, then it was gonna be an even slower process for him getting on the court. It was already a slow process as it is to get him on the court. The Lakers took a step back in wins. They only won like 50 games this season. And, yeah, it just stuff was clearly not right on court. And then they ended up taking that L to the Spurs in the second round. And Kobe said, and that icon Kobe interview, what he said. And then Shaq, he was in the press conference, he said they just needed more new blood. They needed fresh faces. They need to regroup, rest, and all of that. And yeah, I agree. But to be honest, playing at that weight at 415 pounds, you already knew it was gonna mess up fall season, because knee, foot, anything could have went. And unfortunately his toe gave out and he had to get surgery. He delayed the surgery because he wanted to enjoy his vacation. And I believe if he would have got the surgery earlier, that he was should have gotten earlier, he would have been fine the following season. But the fact that they had to get out to I wouldn't say a slow start, because Kobe Bryant, he averaged his career high this season. He averaged 30 points this season. I also believe this is also the same season that he ended up making 12 threes in a game. That record was set for 12 years, I think, after it was set. Probably longer than that. But yeah, that's crazy to think about. I just wanted to just take the time to talk about that season, because 450. I'm just still wrapping my brain around 415 pounds, bro. Yeah. Both sides, I can understand both sides coming from. I agree with Kobe about the work ethic portion of it. I agree with Shaq that the offense ran through him, and why would I change if the offense worked and we won championships? Now, as Shaq started to age and his body started to break down, things had to change. And yeah, and hopefully Secret Base get into the changing of the guards, you could say, and why it didn't work, why not work, why it just ended the way it did. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully I want to get equipment to actually react to videos, because I like to give my thoughts on videos I watch. So if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe. This is your boy Trail. I'm out.